Roma è la capitale d'Italia e il capoluogo della regione Lazio. Ha 2.900.000 abitanti in 1.285 km².
Rome is a complex city, an old city with a huge unexpressed potential. It's an open-air museum which can be fully appreciated only through sustainable transport approach.
In Italy we are the second country in Europe for number of private cars for inhabitants. The first is Luxembourg, but Luxembourg has quite a large fleet of new cars, while we are among the country which has the oldest car fleet. It's a real problem in the transportation on land, impact for 1/4 of the total emission and nearly 30% of the CO2 emission. The other problem is the traffic congestion. You can see outside in Rome, cars are everywhere and you can't really move, and it takes hours to exit, to go from a point to another, and this can't be.
La rete stradale di Roma Capitale è radiocentrica. Il 63% degli spostamenti oggi avviene con veicoli privati, auto e scooter, mentre il restante 37% degli spostamenti avviene con modalità sostenibili, trasporto pubblico, modalità pedonale e ciclabile. L'amministrazione comunale quindi cerca, attraverso gli strumenti di pianificazione, di ribilanciare il livello di ripartizione modale favorendo la mobilità sostenibile, per esempio la ciclabilità, lo sharing e la mobilità elettrica.
Well, the city has embarked in a slow but unstoppable transformation. Many more cyclists are the roads in my city. E-scooters are growing in numbers. More isole ambientali, which are similar to the Barcelona super blocks, are being deployed in my city. The change is tangible.
The mobility should change. The sustainable mobility, the concept of sustainable mobility, is a mobility that is sustainable for the environment, but also for the people. The new paradigm, which involves the mobility, especially the urban mobility, are changes in the concept of ownership, car ownership, and also include multimodal solutions. So, for example, car sharing is a possibility, better if electrified. Carpooling is another possibility. And also the use of light electric vehicles like kick scooter, bike, and also going by foot or standard bikes, not only e-bikes.
La congestione rimane uno dei temi da affrontare. L'abbattimento delle cuspidi attraverso questi strumenti di regolazione della domanda sicuramente aiutano, ma un altro elemento essenziale ovviamente è lo spostamento e l'utilizzo di un parco veicolare più adatto, più in linea con la sostenibilità e con l'obiettivo del 2030, che è quello appunto di dimezzare le emissioni ambientali nell'area centrale di Roma Capitale.
I've been working in eMobility for last 10 years, and 10 years ago, it was like a small band of innovators that bought and trialed electric vehicles, particularly in a market like Italy. What we're experiencing in the last decade, but particularly in the last 2 years, is a huge acceleration of customers' adoption. In Italy, we are rolling at 100% growth year on year, and the latest forecasts of technology adoption predict more than 4 million electric vehicles on Italian roads by end of the decade. The speed of adoption will also depend on projects like user key and how the technology is made compelling to the final user. So the goal of User Key project is to deploy within several cities in Europe advanced customer-friendly functionalities and use cases for e-mobility. In this project, we are basically targeting at intermodal charging hubs, solutions for light electric vehicles charging, but also a way to comply with the customer constraints and customer needs when you combine ultra-fast charging and slow speed charging in urban environment, in a way that charging hubs can also include additional ancillary services that the customer can benefit while waiting for the charge.
Uno degli strumenti che abbiamo messo in atto è proprio il piano delle colonnine elettriche, avviato nel 2018 e che ci ha già visto moltissime realizzazioni.
User Key represents the chance to develop and disseminate the electric mobility towards the citizens through the introduction of innovative products developed in the demo site. The project provides an important support to the implementation of the electric mobility plan that the administration of Rome is carrying out. The proposal for Rome focuses on the design and the implementation of an interoperable electric vehicle charging station model, integrated with specific services for the user, fitness, smart working for example, shopping, bar and other. The hub will also be designed for integrated multi-source recharging, electrical grid, photovoltaic storage of batteries, and testing of vehicle-to-grid. The challenges we face are to offer an electricity distribution network adequate to the needs of the users. It will also be important to make the charging experience pleasant to the user by enhancing the time used. For example, a solution can be multi-source charging and vehicle-to-grid solution could be a way to contain the peaks of energy consumption for electric mobility.
What is really important in this project is the integration within different sectors: mobility, energy, management of the city, smart city, intermodality. That's really important because the final target is the reduction of the gas pollutant and the CO2 in the mid-term, and also to provide solution for the citizen in terms of proficiency, in terms of profitability, in terms of user. That's a project user-centric. So we have to put the person at the center of the project. That's why we are spending time in finding new solution for light electric vehicle, for the integration with the smart storage, integration with the renewable generation inside the city and not at the outside. That's really important. That's what we want to do in this project. And that's also important to share this experience and this know-how with the other cities, because each city has its own peculiarity and its own solution to that.
We are deploying AC charging station for electric vehicles in the range between 22 and 43 kilowatt. We are also deployed the 150 kilowatt DC charger combined with buffering storage in one site that will be located within the city of Rome and will be combined also with the AC charging technology in the same place. In the intermodal charging hub, on top of the AC charging stations, in order to test also the corporate fleet use cases, we will be deploying at the customer premise V2G DC charging technology up to 25 kilowatt, and we will test the usage of intermodal, ultra-fast charging and corporate fleet charging combined.
Technology has done huge advancement in the research for sustainable mobility, but there should be also a change in the idea of mobility itself. Let's say that electric mobility can be a solution for the pollution in the urban area and should be adopted. To adopt it, we needed to have an infrastructure which is well distributed. This means not only a large number of charging points, but also charging points where it's needed, because there is also this problem. We need to facilitate people. We cannot expect people to adopt a solution without having the simplicity of use.
I have already chosen to use an e-bike. I got rid of my motorbike several years ago, and nowadays I ride an average of 20 kilometers per day to commute, to drop my kids at school. And so I made my choice, and life has changed in a better way. I strongly recommend to have a go on an electric solutions, whether it could be a bicycle, a car, an e-scooter. It's efficient and it doesn't cost much. It's a future.
You know, it's difficult for people to change habit, but we need them to do it, and we should make it easy for them. User Key, in this sense, is trying to make the transition toward electric mobility very smooth.
In the future, there will be a consolidation of smart working. That is the real first solution to reduce mobility impact, to move information instead of people. Then there will be an increase in active pedestrian and cycling mobility, also in electric micromobility and shared mobility in various forms. Finally, a mobility as a service model integrated with a solid public transport network with zero emission could be a solution.